Though at any given time, about a third to half of my private practice clients pay for counseling using a health savings account, I'm always surprised to find how many of my fellow clinicians don't realize how super easy it is to accept payment in this form and still receive your full fee. In this video, I'm going to go over why you need to accept payments through HSA accounts and show you how to do it. Welcome to Private Practice Skills. I'm Dr. Marie Fang, psychologist in private practice. I post videos offering tools I learned the hard way about starting and growing private practice so that you don't have to. You guys, in case you didn't notice already, I think health savings accounts, or HSAs, are thebomb.com. But I'm not going to be super great at explaining what HSAs are, so I'm going to link to a brief video that does a much better job than I can explaining what they are. You can watch it somewhere over here or find it in the description box. In short, HSAs are savings accounts that allow individuals to set money aside tax-free that can be used exclusively for medical expenses not covered by insurance. So this can cover things like chiropractor bills, prescriptions, glasses, and yes, mental health care. This means that for clients with health savings accounts, they can pay for some or all of their therapy tax-free. And if you've looked at your taxes lately, that saves you a bunch of money. If this is coming across like it just sounds too good to be true, don't worry, I felt the exact same way when I first learned about it, but it's 100% true and it's really easy to accept payments through a client's HSA. There are two primary ways that a client can apply money from their HSA to pay for therapy. First, the old-fashioned way. You see a client for therapy, they pay you your fee out of pocket directly, you offer them a detailed receipt, and they submit that receipt to their HSA for reimbursement. And number two, the 21st century way, where you just swipe their HSA card straight through your credit card reader. Now, I feel strongly that there's no reason why all therapists shouldn't be charging credit cards when you're working in private practice. I mean, imagine if you're at the grocery store, you fill up your shopping cart, you make it to the checkout line, only to find that they only accept cash or check. I mean, what an outrage, right? I feel the same way about therapy. However, I realize that the majority of my friends and colleagues who are therapists in private practice don't accept credit cards. So I will save the rest of my credit card rant for another day. Since many of you fellow clinicians out there watching likely also don't accept credit cards, I will oblige to explaining how to get reimbursement through HSA the old-fashioned way. This process is really similar to how your client can apply for out-of-network insurance benefits. So your client pays your full fee out of pocket, you offer them a detailed Superbill receipt, and they submit that receipt to insurance for any reimbursement they might receive. The same thing happens for HSA accounts. Someday I'll do an entire video just on Superbill receipts. If you're not familiar with what a Superbill is, it's essentially a detailed receipt including your NPI number, tax ID number, your client's name, date of birth, date of service, CPT code, and the amount your client has paid. Now, most health savings accounts don't actually require this amount of detail on their receipt. However, I've come upon some snags where a few HSA providers really did expect all of this information, so it's better to just go ahead and fill out the detailed receipt rather than needing to send something to your client again. One note is that if a client is submitting for HSA reimbursement, I don't include their diagnosis code on the receipt. And the reason for that is because, first of all, HSA really doesn't need their diagnosis for reimbursement, and that is just such personal, protected health information. Though this old-fashioned strategy totally works and is completely worth offering to your clients rather than nothing, I'm going to show you a much better way that is much easier to use. Most clients with an HSA or FSA account receive a debit card with the account, or they're able to request one. Now, this card only works with approved healthcare providers so that they can't just charge that card any old place. The good news is therapists are approved providers. Sometimes you just need to do a little bit of work on the back end with your credit card service in order to show that you are who you say you are. I use Square, which I love. This is not sponsored at all. I've just used Square for the last 4 years since I've gotten licensed, and I love it. All you have to do in order to get HSA approval through Square is when you go through the sign-up process, just be sure to mark yourself in either the medical services category or the medical practitioner category, and then you'll automatically be approved to swipe those HSA cards through your app. If you somehow selected a different category when you signed up with Square, you can still address the issue. Simply contact Square and they should be able to fix the issue within 24 hours. I actually had this issue when I first signed up with Square because I was a little confused what category I was supposed to mark myself as, and Square fixed it really quickly. Just to demonstrate how easy it is to charge your client's HSA card, here is a dramatization of it in action. I use this card because, credit card fraud. Of course, not every client has an affiliated MagStripe card with their HSA account, or they may simply prefer to receive a Superbill. So it's helpful to keep the Superbill option available just in case your client prefers it. Just as an FYI, although I've primarily spoken about health savings accounts in this video, pretty much everything about what I said also applies to flex savings accounts as well. Hopefully this video has encouraged you to start accepting HSA payments if you haven't been doing so already. Until next time, from one therapist to another, I wish you well. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one, or watch another video over here. Pick one to do.